So how you guys doing? This is Seth, also known as Lucifer. Nah, this is Lucifer, also known as Seth. It's part of my language. Business and spiritual consultant. If it's your first time joining my channel, thank you. And what else would I be doing on this planet if I wasn't talking about everything that the planet is made of, which is business and spirituality, baby? Okay, so let's get started. Bring in the light. The reason why I'm saying bring in the light is because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man. According, correlating to my last video, I gotta let in the light a little bit, man. I've been trying to let in the light for a minute, but I was doing so much dark work lately that I just didn't know if it was the right time. I didn't know if I was gonna pee off the wrong people. I didn't know. I didn't know. I just didn't know. All right. So let's bring in the light right now because I think it's time to bring in the light a little bit. So what you need to know, correlating to my last video that I just did, right? What you need to know is this. From what I said in my last video, this is the main reason. Number one, I said not to give up, right? Because the video might seem like I'm saying like, oh, it might be discouraging to some people. They might be like, well, what's the point if I can't really defeat the evil and blah, blah, blah. The point is not to defeat evil. The point is to keep progressing. The point is not to accept being mediocre. So even people that you might consider mediocre will evolve. You know what I mean? It's like people that make bad jokes. You can't just say, it's like the skinny, it's like being the skinny guy in the last Joker movie, right? You got the skinny guy and he's trying to be funny, but he's not. And, and he's trying the best he can to be funny, right? No puns intended, because the skinny guy might be a fat guy too. Might be a tall, swole or fat or chubby person, right? So you're the Joker, right? And you're trying to make good jokes and shit in life, right? You're trying to take it seriously and shit, but you just can't do it because you got so much trouble and shit like that. But the thing is, because you don't have enough understanding. See, the problem with the Joker is not that he was a bad guy, is because he didn't have enough understanding. He didn't know how to make a good joke, right? But if he knew how to make a good joke, if he continued on the path that he was already on to make jokes, maybe at some point eventually he would have practiced so much that he would have been able to make a good joke, right? And the thing is, you know, um, the thing is, when you this is the reason why you can't really give up, and this is the reason why you have to keep going, because it doesn't matter. You have to progress. You have to think about progress. You can't think about it as fighting evil. You can't be like the Joker and be like, oh, the reason why people don't like my jokes is because they suck. No, that's not the reason why. The reason why is because they didn't progress enough to understand your jokes, right? So you got to keep going what you're doing so you can evolve and you can progress. And when you look, every time you might be like 10 steps further than everybody else, but when you look behind you, when you take the time out of blazing and you look behind you, you start seeing that, hey, this guy was behind the other guy last time I checked, and now there's like a bunch of people that are a little bit closer to me. They're still far away, but they're at least nine and a half steps away from me, right? That's a lot more than they were 5 years ago, right? And you seen like people that was behind those people that was 9 step away from you, that actually the ones that was in front are actually behind, right? And it keeps going like that, right? So this is five-dimensional thinking, right? You have to look behind sometimes and check out how people are doing, instead of being like, oh, they're so slow, or why can't they run faster, or why can't people be smarter, shit like that. No, you keep progressing, and your progress will people will have to catch up to your progress. And it's not that they're catching up to your progress, it's because all the knowledge that you're receiving is going through you and it's going into them too, right? Like you're receiving downloads, but other people are receiving parts of those downloads, or they're receiving the whole damn thing, but they only understand what they can understand. And later they'll understand more about what you understand now, right? So instead of making bad jokes, instead of thinking about yourself doing bad jokes, what you think about is okay, this was a bad joke, let me tell another one, maybe this one's gonna be better, and then boom, it's better, and then boom, people are laughing, and then boom, people are understanding you, and then boom, people are giving you opportunities, and then boom, people are with you or messing with you, right? you know um so that's more of, five-dimensional thinking, right? Instead of getting angry that nobody understands you and shit like that, you keep progressing, you keep understanding. Because the thing is, most people has this mistake where they kind of like, they don't want to know more because other people don't want to know more either, so they feel like they don't want to know more. But in actuality, you have to know more, and the more you know, the more other people are gonna know too, right? It happens automatically. It happens by itself. That's why you're very powerful. And another thing, number two, right? Number one is don't get discouraged. So if you're doing what you're doing, keep doing it for that reason. Number two, the second thing, this is where the light comes in, is because, like I said before, God is like a snake, right? So he's gonna slither around people's bodies like a snake, right? So he's gonna be in you, and then he's gonna be in the other person, and then he's gonna be in that person. He's gonna be to the person in the left of you, and then he's gonna be on the person to the right of you, and then the person diagonally left of you, and diagonally right, and blah blah blah, right? So he's like a snake. So this is the number two reason why you can't stop what you're doing, because even if, whether you're a good or a bad person, God is still with you, right? So even though you're a Satanist or a Christian, God is with you. Even if you're a thief or a legitimate businessman, God is with you. It doesn't matter if you're a cop or a gangster, God is with you. It doesn't matter if you're entrepreneur or a blue collar worker, God is with you, right? So God is always with people. He's always enacting himself into people, So you can't, that's the number two reason why you can't stop what you're doing, and you shouldn't be discouraged about what you're doing, even though you just had insights on this whole God thing and the whole balance movement. It's not important. It's important to know. But don't stop what you're doing, because you don't know if you're the one. You know what I mean? You could be the one, right? And what I mean by the one is, you could be the one that is capable of enacting yourself in the world. And even if you're the one, there's certain things that you can't do. Because I'm the one too. And there's certain things that you can do. If I'm the one, I have a lot of knowledge, I have a lot of power, but there's just some things that, the main power, the main motherboard of this system is not gonna let me use in the matrix. There's certain powers that it's just not gonna let me use. There's a lot of things. If God did not exist, I would be one of those people that I would destroy a lot of shit. Probably. I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I do have a lot of power, and I do have a lot of abilities. So I understand that if I had access to all of those abilities and all of that power, I would probably be a fucking tyrant. Because power corrupts people. So if I try to do too much in the world, I'm the one that's going to receive the backlash. It's not going to be the people that I'm trying to attack. Even though those people might be horrendous people, it doesn't matter, because it's not my job to do that. But I don't know. The thing is, I don't know if that's my job to do that or not. I'm only reacting to a situation. I don't know if that's my job or not. The only time I know that it's not, I'm not supposed to do that, you're gonna know. You're gonna know, right? You're gonna try and do things, and it's just gonna go bad, and you're gonna be like, you know what? Fuck this. This ain't even worth it. You'll know. You're not even. It's not gonna. It's not even gonna be that bad. You'll just know. You'll know. You'll feel it. You'll see it. You'll see that shit is not going your way, and don't force it, because if you force it, that's where it becomes dangerous, and you might lose your life, or you might do some stupid shit, or some stupid shit might happen. It's how it is. It's how it is, man. Balance must exist. I don't believe in his balance, but I know that's how he works. That's it, and that's all. I just know how it works. I don't like it. I don't have to like it. It just is what it is. God is about balance. He's not about doing the right thing and being Captain America and throwing your shield at people's faces, all day, bro. Like, he does not care about shit like that at all. Like, you know what I mean, bro? Like, but if you're capable of doing that, that's because you're part of the balance. You're an important pawn in the balance. Just like the fucking Illuminati. I hate their asses. Like a dog hates water. But what you want me to do? Like a cat hates water, but I can't. What you want me to do? I can't. Like, if you are capable of doing something, and you're the one that gets the backlash all the time, even though you think you're right, then you're basically retarded if you keep doing it, right? And I'm not saying like I'm stopping what I'm doing. That's not what I'm saying. But I just know there's certain limits that I cannot go beyond when I'm talking about like the Illuminati or black government, dark governments and shit like that. There's certain limits that I can't go beyond, right? Because of the limit, because of the balance, because it's not the time yet. There's certain things that got to happen in certain times. We're all puppets a little bit, in a sense. We all have like a little thing that we have to do. We're like slaves to destiny. There's some people that are slaves for real. Then there's some people that are slaves to destiny. There's just some things that gotta happen at some times. You can't force it, and if you try to force it, you're the one that's gonna feel the pain instead of the bad guy, the supposed bad guys feeling the pain. Right? It's the same thing. Like the Illuminati can't destroy me, even though they're trying. They can't destroy me because I have an importance in life. I'm part of the balance, and I don't know where exactly I'm part of the balance, but I'm part of that balance. So that's why when they try to do their things, they get if they go too far, they get ransacked too. And the same vice versa. If I go too far, I get ransacked too. This is just things I cannot do. And it sucks. Because it sucks. It sucks. Like I said before, I just know how it works. That doesn't mean that I agree with it. I don't agree with it. I just know how it works. So I hope that was helpful. Um, I hope that was helpful. And like I said before, you got God in you too. You got God in you too, no matter who you are, man. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in Him or not. If God decided that you're an important part of society, then you're an important part of society, and there's nothing you can do about it. Even though you don't like his face, or you don't, you know what I mean, bro, or you don't want to know nothing, bro. And it's okay for you to not like his face. It's all right. You can not like his face all you want, you know. But if you think that because you don't like his face, that you can go out and do whatever you want because you are emancipating yourself from him, that's not how shit works, because God is everything else. You're just you, and you're part of everything, but he's the everything else. You know what I mean? So you're fighting a losing battle. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one. My name is Lucifer. Please subscribe to my channel. Peace out.